Hi, it's Gene, retired in Mexico, and we ask one question on this channel. If you're new, which is, do they write them and sing them like they used to? Now, a lot of people, young and old, they think the old music is better, but I am not so sure, and that's what we're about here. So, and forgive the lighting. Still working with a software company, and I don't know what's going on. See, there you go. The light adjusts, and I do apologize for that. But today we're going to hit up Frank Turner. Now, why am I hitting up Frank Turner? Uh, the most important person in my life when it comes to music was my high school buddy, and he mentored me when I was maybe 15, and he started bringing records into the classroom. Yeah, we would play records while we wrote stories for journalism, and he brought in Queen 2 and the first Roxy Music album and just really hip stuff. And then I would go over to his house and he'd say, "Hey, I got this band King Crimson, or check out this guy Bob Marley." And all this stuff I heard for the first time because of him. He's a guy who saw Elton John and I think 72, maybe the Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player tour. And the next year saw Genesis, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway tour. And then in 74 saw David Bowie's Diamond Dogs tour. So he's a year older than I am, and he just mentored me all through from 15 until even today. And he just saw Frank Turner in concert, who opened for the Counting Crows. Said he was blown away by him, and that's good enough for me. I don't even think he's a subscriber to the channel, but if he says listen to something, I'm going to do it. And I thought, well, let's go ahead and hit up a live performance by Frank Turner. And I don't know anything about him, so we're going to find out together. And it says live, but I think this is a sort of in the studio, no audience kind of live thing. There's no place or location that was mentioned. So this is the song Recovery. I've done a deep dive into the lyrics. We'll talk about the song afterwards. Here we go.
Blacking in and out in a strange flat in East London. Somebody I don't really know just gave me something to help settle me down, to stop me from always thinking about you. And you know your life is heading in a questionable direction when you're up for days of strangers and you can't remember anything except the way you sounded when you told me you didn't know what I should do. Hey! Long road up to recovery from here. Long way back to the light. Long road up to recovery from here. A long way to making it right. So I've been waking in the morning just like every other day, and just like every boring blues song I get swallowed by the pain, and so I fumble for your figure in the darkness just to make it go away.
Nice bass.
You're not lying there any longer, and I know that that's my fault. So I've been pounding on the floor, and I've been crawling up the walls, and I've been dipping in my darkness with serotonin boosters, cider, and some kind of smelling salts. Long road up to recovery from here. Long way back to the light. Long road up to recovery from here. A long way to making it right. And on the first night we met, you said, well, darling, let's make a deal. If anybody ever asks us, let's just tell them that we met in jail. And that's a story that I'm sticking to like a stony-faced compass. But tonight I need to hear some truth, I'm never getting through this. Yeah, you once sent me a letter that said if you're lost at sea, close your eyes and catch a tide, my dear, and only think of me. Well, darling, now I'm sinking and I'm as lost could be, and I was hoping you could drag me up and down here towards my recovery. Just give me a sign, or just a subtle little glimmer, some suggestion that you'd have me if I could only make me better. Then I would stand a little stronger as I walk a little taller all the time. 'cause I know you are a cynic, but I think I can convince you. 'Cause broken people can get better if they really want to. Or at least that's what I have to tell myself if I am hoping to survive. Long road up to recovery from here. Long way back to the light. Long road up to recovery from here. A long way to making it right. Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, one day this will all be over.
I got a lot to say about that. So we'll try to keep it short. Make sure this doesn't go into another video. Yeah, perfect sonically to open for the Counting Crows, but different because it's very indie rock, 21st century indie rock. Now let's start with the lyrics just to start with. He's singing about serotonin and the different language that we use because I was reminded of I worked for a manager in the 1990s who was bipolar, and I just didn't know what was going on with her. That word wasn't in the lexicon, and people didn't use it. I mean, we've learned a lot in a short amount of time, and now it's to the point where it's crept into everybody's language. In fact, I think all of us are a little bit of an amateur psychiatrist and an amateur doctor now because we've usually read so many different things. And lyrically, this song is definitely modern. And then he's got a little bit of that screamo, just a little bit in the middle, maybe 60% into that song. He was really shouting, and he reminds me of somebody, but I can't. Unfortunately, I can't put my finger on it. The song is dark and it's funny. He talks about his girlfriend saying, if anyone asks, let's just tell them we met in jail. And that was the line that I go, oh, that reminds me of somebody. And I hate that when I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, the band was tight. They're called the Sleeping Souls. And I especially enjoyed the bass. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I say, this would really warm up the crowd for the Counting Crows, but it's not that 90s rock. This is newer. Now, I thought he was American, and I heard what sounded like some British accent, so I'll look that up afterwards and find out. But yeah, a lot of emotion in that song, and he's just he's got a nice double meaning to recovery. It's a long way up to the light. He's talking about recovery from drugs and or alcohol in one sense, but then there's this relationship and he's trying to get that back. Recovery, by the way, means you lost something and you're getting it back, right? 'Cause, I mean, people use the word recovery all the time and don't even think about what it means, but it means that you restore your life to something that you had before. So he's trying to restore the relationship as well. So he's got double or triple meanings to the word recovery here. A little bit of a spiritual element, perhaps, talking about the light. So I like it, and the drumming was active. So yeah, it was good. I give it probably an A. If I saw him in concert, I'm sure an entire set would be fantastic. So I'll listen to more of his music. And to my friend Jem, thanks a lot for recommending this. And I'll let you know that I uploaded it in case you want to watch it. And thanks for all the mentoring over the years. And that's it. If you like what we're doing here, senior, defending the 21st century, hit that like or subscribe button, please. 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 It really helps. So many don't, but it's what helps the channel grow. And as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia.